bonus jawline shaper. All you're going to do is put your hand. So now you're going to have stamina. Your aches and pains are going to be reduced. You're going to have protection of all the vitals underneath the muscles. Your skin is going to be a bit tighter. The wrinkles are going to be less. Your posture is going to be even better. And you're going to sleep even better. Trust me, especially if you do this before bed. So if you're unhappy with the way your neck looks, feels, and functions, today you're in the right place, and we're going to fix that with the strong, sexy neck routine. I couldn't fit sexy in here, so I'm giving that to you verbally. Now, two important things. Number one, if you're not sure if you are supposed to be doing this, send this video to your doctor for clearance, okay? And two, if you know you're okay doing this and you can't do it now, hit the save button and let me know in the comments if you're going to do this now with me or if you're saving it for later. And before we get into this neck routine, I need to tell you this. Most people are focused on aesthetics when it comes to their neck, especially ladies. When they look at themselves and they see saggy, wrinkly, droopy neckline and where it meets the jaw, they're looking at the aesthetics. What they're overlooking are the mobility factors, the functionality factors, the protection factors, and the resiliency factors. Our neck, check this out. I'm going to show you something here so that before we get into the routine, you have context and you understand the muscles that we're training to get the benefits, changes, and results that you want in your neck and lower jaw area. We have probably about eight muscles that make up the entire neck region. So for example, we've got the splenius capitis, splenius cervicis, levator scapulae. We got the sternocleidomastoid. We got the big trapezius, which is the outer layer muscle. We got the omohyoid, we got the sternohyoid, we got the sternothyroid muscle. So you've got a lot of muscles under your skin that make up the neck area. The problem is sedentary people are definitely neglecting those muscles, and even a lot of people who are into training are also neglecting those muscles. Now here's the problem with the neglect, and you need to understand this so that when we get into the routine, you know what is going on beneath the skin layer with your actual muscles. When they're neglected, the muscles, just like I showed you with the thigh program, the muscles get atrophied. And when they get atrophied, they get smaller, they get wrinkly, they get deflated, and they get very weak, and they lose mobility and they lose functionality. And when they lose mobility, functionality, and strength, you lose protection of your spine, and you lack resiliency when you do get injured, because you're going to be driving your car, you're going to be playing with your grandkids, you're going to be playing sports, you're going to be doing things, you're going to be traveling. It's easy to get hurt, and we can't avoid getting hurt. But what we can do is build our bodies up enough so that we don't get hurt as badly, we recover much quickly, and we have what's called injury resiliency. Now, if we focus on strengthening the neck, like I'm going to show you, and we bring all those muscles that I showed you on the chart to a fit, full, functional, capable state, then what happens is not only do we get mobility, we get strength for functionality, we get protection of the vertebrae, we get injury resiliency, but ultimately you get what most women are looking for is the improvement of aesthetics. The outer layers of the skin go from wrinkled, droopy, and saggy to firmer, smoother, and tighter because we're strengthening all the structures underneath. And when we do that, that's when the appearance on the outside looks better, fitter, stronger, and the functionality on the inside is better, stronger, and more capable. Also, I'm going to show you a bonus jawline shaper at the end of this routine. So we're going to back the cam up and we're going to get right into it. All you need is your body, and you can use a hand towel if you want to, but I'm just going to show you how to do it freestyle with just your hand. All right. Again, first exercise, before I show you this, you can either watch it or you can send it to your doctor to get clearance if you're unsure whether or not this is safe for you to do. If you've had a chronically bad neck, and a lot of people have chronic bad necks where they go to the doctor, they go to physical therapy, they go to a chiropractor, and they just keep doing all that stuff over and over. Ultimately, nobody can help them. It's just like trying to put a Band-Aid on the same issue without actually fixing the root cause, which is what we're going to do today. You could do this right at home, and that's what we're going to do right now. So first, you're going to take your right hand. This is my right. I'm going to show you from the back first. You're going to put the palm of your hand just above the ear on the right side. And you're going to put a little bit of pressure pushing into your head, and you're going to take your head and you're going to push against the palm of your hand. And now we're going to hold this as an isometric. And what you can do is while you're holding it, we're going to do 10-second holds each position. Take your hand and touch these neck muscles that I was showing you here. And you will feel these muscles are all contracted. They're working in the isometric hold, and you will feel a lot of these exact muscles. And you don't want to push too hard. You're not trying to strain, and you're not trying to set world records. You're not trying to push your hand away. You're just trying to keep a nice balance of an isometric contraction here, right? And then you're going to slowly release. Now we're going to do the other side. Palm goes just over the ear, and we're slowly going to push the side of our head against the palm, and we're going to slowly push the palm into the side of the head so that we get a nice isometric contraction. All these muscles are contracting here. It feels incredible. I'm going to show you from the back what that looks like. You might be able to see the upper trapezius contracting here. And we'll hold this for 10 seconds, maybe 4 more seconds, because we've already got a few seconds going here. As we're doing this, also, this is part of the granny series. All right, there's granny thighs gone, granny butt gone, granny gut gone, granny arms gone. If you want those, you can have them. They're all in a playlist connected to this one, which is going to be granny body gone. All right, that playlist link will be in the description and in the first pinned comment. You're also going to be able to get the Toned at Home program. So if you would like that, post in the comments, Toned at Home, just like it sounds, Toned at Home. All right, next exercise. Interlock your fingers, bring them up over your head and behind the ears, just like this. And from here, you're going to push your head back into the palms of your hands, and you're going to push the palms of your hands into the back of your head. So now we have another isometric contraction going. So I'm pushing back toward you in the camera, and I'm taking my hands and I'm pushing against the back of my head so I can create this isometric situation. And most of the back of the neck muscles are working. The trapezius are working. Some of the front muscles are working. And even though this is isometric, you're getting a lot of good and benefits out of this. There's no need to strap weights to your neck and put a chain and leather harness on your head. You don't need to do all that stuff. This right here works if you do it. Now, a lot of people ask, well, how many times a week should I do this? How many sets? You could do this daily. So you can go through this whole routine once daily, maybe every other day, see what works best for you, but you sure can do it daily. Some people like doing it twice daily, once in the morning, once in the evening. Totally fine. Okay, now we're going to shake that out. Now we're going to take one hand. It doesn't matter if it's left or right. You're going to open your palm. You're going to put it right on your forehead like this. Let me show you what that looks like from the side. Hand on the forehead. Now we're pushing our forehead into the palm of the hand, and we're pushing the palm of the hand into the forehead. All right? So now we're holding this static isometric contraction. And just breathe gently with it as you're holding it. Don't hold your breath. And you're going to count to 10. I'll show you what it looks like with my other hand so you can see this angle. Pushing forward with my head and pushing into my forehead with the palm of my hand. I'll give you a little angle shot there so you can see that. And we're going to give this another 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to relax that. Now I'm feeling it. My whole neck is working 360 degrees around. All right, now remember, before we get into the next exercise, we're working on restoring mobility, functional strength, protection of the vital things that are underneath all these muscles. In addition to the vertebrae, we got a lot of nerves, arteries, all kinds of things that need to be protected. The only way they'll be protected is if we build up these muscles the way they're supposed to be built up, just like you see here. Nice, healthy, shapely, firm, smooth. All right, now we're going to do a little bit of mobility on top of the strengthening we just did. So you're going to take your right hand, you're going to reach over the top to the left side like this, and we're gently going to pull toward the side of the arm that is doing the pulling. And we're pulling very gently here. We're slowly reaching this arm toward the ground, and you're going to feel a great stretch relief right in here. Speaking of stretch relief, this brings us stress relief. Most people hold their stress in their neck, in their jaw, the upper trapezius, the upper back, and they have no idea how to release that. This right here, what we're doing now, is what relieves and releases that stress that most people hold and build up in the neck region, the lower jaw, and the upper trapezius. So now we're going to go over the top with the other hand, grabbing right here, keeping your posture upright, and we're just gently pulling to the side. We're not forcing this. We're not pulling hard. We're not putting ourselves in pain. It's just that you want to feel a gentle stretch on the side that you're pulling away from. So now I feel that stretch in here. Feels great. It's about 8 seconds there. 8 to 10 seconds is what you want to do on these. Now we're going to take our fingers again, interlock them. We're going to put them behind the head. And from here, I'm going to show you this from the side. We're gently pulling downward, looking toward the ground, and giving ourselves a nice stretch that you're going to feel go from your neck into your upper back, maybe even into the mid back. But don't do this. Don't pull yourself all the way down. Keep your posture upright. Let the neck do the bending so that you feel that stretch from the neck down into the trapezius and the upper and mid back. That's when you know you got it right. And you're not forcing this. You're not pulling down hard. You're just gently guiding your head downward and slightly forward. Okay, then we're going to release that after 8 to 10 seconds. The last one before we get to the bonus jawline shaper exercise. We're going to basically just stand with a good posture. We're going to look up toward the ceiling or the sky, and we're going to hold it. When we get up to a position where you feel that stretching in the front of the neck into the top of the chest, that's where you know you're good. Now, if this is too easy for you, and no matter how high you lift your eyes, you don't feel it, totally okay. Just maintain it anyway, because if you have that flexibility, you want to maintain it so you don't lose it. And this is how you'll maintain it. So we'll give this another 5 seconds, give or take. And come back slowly to neutral. All right, bonus jawline shaper. Before I show you that, got a quick word to say. This channel has been taking off like a rocket ship ever since I've been putting extremely targeted, focused, helpful videos with appealing images and titles on the thumbnail. And my videos are getting hundreds of thousands of views now. Some ladies, like 1 in 10,000 viewers, they'll get their knickers in a knot about me using the word granny the way I've been using it. It's not what you think, all right? So if you're angry about that or you're twisted a little bit, this is to get your attention so that I can direct your attention to what is needed. I've got granny issues. Sometimes I call certain parts of my body granny thighs or granny knees. It's not that I'm putting down grannies. It's just a term to lighten things up a little bit, have people quickly connect to what I'm saying, and then watch me and learn about things that they won't learn and get anywhere else. That's why this channel is growing so much. So take my titles and my use of terminology, understanding that I'm doing this for a reason so that I attract the right people who need this the most. All right? Now, bonus jawline shaper. All you're going to do is put your hand, your palm, on your chin like this. And then from here, you're gently going to open your mouth by pushing down on your jaw. And when you're pushing with the jaw, I've had a little tickle in my throat for a few days. It's almost gone. You're going to push down on the jaw. And then from here, once the mouth is open, you're going to slowly close your mouth, pushing your jaw upward as you resist it with your hand. Okay, so you're actually doing movement repetitions. So pushing down, watch this. And then I'm closing as I'm resisting it. Okay, so pushing down slowly as I resist against it. And then slowly closing it, pushing my chin forward into my palm to close it. Some people do better with their knuckles like this. Some people do better with the back of their hand like this, the wrist area like this. And then slowly closing. The key is when you're closing your mouth, you're applying pressure against it so that we get the resistance. We need the resistance. Okay, so you're providing your resistance against the jaw closing, and we're getting a lot of these lower face muscles, the jaw muscles, to contract. We're doing an exercise for the lower part of the face. So not only are you going to get better movement and functionality of your jaw, but it's going to look better too because it's a muscle group just like the rest of your body. You understand that? So that's it. We've trained the neck muscles. We've trained the lower jaw muscles. We've done the mobility, the flexibility, the strength. So now you're going to have stamina. Your aches and pains are going to be reduced. You're going to have protection of all the vitals underneath the muscles. Your skin is going to be a bit tighter. The wrinkles are going to be less. Your posture is going to be even better. And you're going to sleep even better. Trust me, especially if you do this before bed. So let me know where you're tuning in from. Let me know if you're doing this with me now or you're going to have your doctor check it out first so they can approve or not. And let me know what else you want to see me cover on this channel as we go forward. Be very specific. Don't be general. And already there's a lot of videos on this channel that have brought this channel to the level that it's out already. So make sure you check out the other videos and let me know what else you want to see on here. And until next time, peace and much love to you.